What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Charm City Games. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. Join my Facebook group, No Sleep Gaming, and follow me on all platforms at Charm City Games. Now let's get to the news. So, everyone knows that Microsoft is now buying Activision Blizzard for $68.7 billion. And as of recent, Phil Spencer came out and said that they had made an offer to Sony about keeping Call of Duty on the PlayStation platform, that they would not be removing Call of Duty off of PlayStation. And so PlayStation CEO Jim Ryan didn't like that Phil Spencer made that statement. And so he's pretty much out there ousting Microsoft and calling them out on their BS, I guess. And he says, this actually comes from GameMinistry.biz. And Jim Ryan said, I had the intent to comment on what I understood to be a private business discussion, but I feel the need to set the record straight because Phil Spencer brought into this public forum, into a public forum, Ryan said. Microsoft has only offered Call of Duty to remain on PlayStation for 3 years after the current agreement between Activision and Sony ends. After almost 20 years of Call of Duty on PlayStation, their proposal was inadequate on many levels and failed to take account of the impact on our gamers. We want to guarantee PlayStation gamers to continue to have the highest quality Call of Duty experience, and Microsoft's proposal undermines this principle. So this is my thing. PlayStation has been paying for exclusives and keeping games off other platforms since the conception of PlayStation. Let's just talk about recent games. What about Spider-Man? Is that coming to Xbox? No. What about Final Fantasy VII Remake? Is that coming to Xbox? No. What about Street Fighter V? That still hasn't made its way to Xbox. Do you see the pattern here? Sony goes out of their way to make sure that these third-party developers don't put games on Xbox, and they keep games away from the Xbox platform and the Xbox's customers. And so Sony and PlayStation backed Microsoft into a corner, and now they're fighting back. The beast is now awakened, and now it's like, oh no, this isn't fair. Like, no, this is how y'all do business, Sony. It just so happened that Microsoft is now playing ball the way y'all play and doing it better than y'all. Now it's not fair. If you want to be fair, Jim Ryan, put Spider-Man on Xbox. Spider-Man has always been a multi-platform game, and it didn't become exclusive until you made it exclusive. Matter of fact, what about the Spider-Man character on the Avengers game from Ubisoft? You guys purposely kept the character Spider-Man off of the Xbox platform. That way, if someone wanted to use Spider-Man or Peter Parker, they had to buy a PlayStation. So Sony has been doing this since forever, so I don't want to hear about all of that. This is what y'all did. Y'all laid the bed, y'all made it. Now you gotta just, get comfortable in it, because Microsoft is buying up a bunch of studios. I mean, they really didn't even have any studios in the last generation. They relied on third-party deals and stuff like that, and these companies to make their first-party titles. So now, Microsoft has been going on a serious buying spree, and they bought Playground Games, they bought Double Fine, they bought Ninja Theory. Ninja Theory and Playground Games is probably my two favorite, and Double Fine too. And they also bought Undead Labs. We're gonna see how they turn out. And then they bought Bethesda. They got Bethesda in their entire library. And then their future games are all going to be exclusive to Xbox and PC. And now they're buying Activision. So when you think about Xbox now, they're the best place for Western RPGs. They're the best place for first-person shooters. Xbox is the best place for multiplayer gameplay. Now, Sony have recently bought studios themselves. They bought Bungie, the people who created Halo. They got Nixus, they got Fire Sprite, they got they bought Insomniac recently, and Insomniac turned out to be a really good purchase for them. And they bought a few other studios. They bought Housemarque, the people that created Returnal. So Sony has been buying studios themselves, but yet when Microsoft does it for a game that's generating a lot of revenue for the PlayStation, this hurts their bottom line, and Sony is trying to protect that. And the thing is, it's too late. Microsoft is now playing ball, so now you got to step up. Sorry, Sony, you've been doing it to other people, now it's being done to you. And on top of that, not only are you whining and complaining, you're doing this during a time where you cut the cost for yourself to make the PlayStation 5. You raise the prices of your PlayStation 5 in literally every region except for the United States. And then on top of that, you create a gaming service to try to rival Game Pass, but you won't even put your games day and date on the service. Why should I subscribe to PlayStation Plus Extra or Premium if I can't get no recent titles? So you look at what Microsoft is doing. They're releasing their games day and date on PC and Xbox. And on top of that, they're getting third-party deals here and there to come to Xbox Game Pass. So yeah, Jim Ryan and PlayStation, y'all just need to man up and fight back. Create content. Yeah, y'all got these great story-driven narrative games that are like movie-like experiences. But where y'all lack severely, is having multiplayer experiences that people can have with their friends for a long time. And that's why they're crying over this Call of Duty, because it brought multiplayer to their platform that they didn't have to create themselves, and it generated them a lot of money. And now that's about to be gone. So now they have to create a multiplayer experience. Well, guess what? You have Bungie. Bungie are pretty much the people who damn near created Xbox Live. So what you need to do, you need to hone in on Bungie, use them for their skills, and craft some multiplayer games for your system. First party multiplayer games. Because you had it with Last of Us Faction, which still hasn't come out. Factions Part 2 still hasn't come out. Y'all promised that. Y'all had Uncharted 4. That was a solid multiplayer. So Sony, you can make multiplayer experiences. You just choose not to. Focus on your own first-person titles. Didn't y'all have what's the name of that title? I can't remember the name of it. Killzone Shadowfall. Y'all had that in 2013 during the launch of the PlayStation 4. You could have made a sequel for that. You got Soulcom. You got so many games that you guys can work on, but you guys are so worried about this third-party deal with Microsoft. So my thing is, Sony need to man up. So let me know what y'all think about this whole situation and Jim Ryan pretty much snitching on Microsoft and Phil Spencer. Do y'all think this deal is going to close? Do you think Jim Ryan was wrong for pretty much putting Phil Spencer, the details of the contract out there? So leave a comment, let me know what you think. This is Charm City Games, and I'm out.